Hi there, I am Sarah Colas. Welcome to the Dressing Up podcast, where we talk about all things bridal, dresses, and general dressing up topics. I love to encourage women to dress up while expressing their personal style with confidence on how to do so. Visit sarahcolas.com to book a bridal alterations fitting or even inquire about designing the custom couture bridal gown of your dreams. I'm so excited to talk to you about this next topic. Let's get started. Okay, we're interrupting the flow of the Real Bride series here. Instead of interviewing 3 different brides, today we're only interviewing one bride and her mother. It will all make sense in a moment. I think it's always something I think about as a wedding vendor. With parenting, you're not supposed to have a favorite child, right? But this bride today is something special. But there are a lot of special brides that I work with. So she's certainly not the only one, but she really just so sweet to my heart, and her mother as well. Just all around absolutely incredible, amazing family. Their love for each other is just, it shows. So I just really enjoyed working with this family, and we're going to dive into the details here in a moment. Don't forget, we do have the latest magazine out. You can buy that on the website, sarahcolas.com. If you have a friend or family member that recently got engaged, I do have a wedding planning guide that you can also buy on the website. You can buy a physical copy or just the downloaded version. Random note, brides that I've already worked with before, when you come for your second fitting, or really from your first fitting as well, if you have any photo or video of like behind the scenes from your fittings, I would love to have those to use on our Instagram page or TikTok as well, especially the bustle videos. So at the second fitting, I practically force people to let me take a video of doing the bustle so that you have this instructions video to reference back to later. I was thinking it'd be fun to post those on Instagram page. So if you have those, if you could send them directly to me, just in an Instagram DM is great, honestly. You could do an email as well, but I just thought it'd be fun to kind of like post them behind the scenes, and also just educating people about bustles so they can kind of know what they're getting into. Again, for your engaged friends or yourself, we have all these really fun embroidery products. I just yesterday had someone order the bride sash for the bachelorette party. It could say bride across the top, or Mrs. whoever, or their name, or birthday girl, 30th birthday, whatever. We can do all of those fun things as well. So I'm about to interview Sue and then Emily. Emily is the bride, Sue is the mother. And between those two women, they crossed over so many different services that I offer. So the biggest one, Sue's custom dress, I made completely from scratch out of the most gorgeous silk organza. It was fabulous. So that was full-blown custom dress from start to finish. We did the whole process together. And then for Emily, we did the vintage redesign where we took her mom's wedding dress and then she wore it for late night on the wedding day. We did her wedding dress alterations, and then also some alterations to her welcome party dress. So they're hitting custom dress, bridal alterations, vintage redesign, and then non-bridal. So if you ever hear me use the term non-bridal, it's basically anything that is not a wedding dress, anything at all that's not a wedding dress. So that kind of leads me to reminding you that I do alter bridesmaid dresses, mother of the bride, mother of the groom dresses, second wedding dress, your brunch outfit, your bridal shower outfit, whatever it is. You can book a non-bridal appointment online. So anyway, they're just a great example of all these services that I offer. All right, so without further ado, we're going to get started with Sue. Okay, hi ladies. We have Sue in today. She's on the podcast. This is spontaneous. She was so sweet and just dropped off a gift for me for helping her and her daughter with their recent wedding. So I made Sue a dress, being mother of the bride, custom from scratch, 100% silk organza, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful dress. So you were just in today thanking me for that, which is so above and beyond. I appreciate that so much, but it turned out beautiful. And we all want to know, how did the wedding go?
It was spectacular. Emily, my daughter, really, the attention to detail and every moment of the day was so special. It wasn't a huge wedding, 80 people, and it was in Carmel Valley, California. Beautiful weather, gorgeous venue, and the dress was just perfection. And it wasn't just my dress, which so many people complimented me about. A woman walked up to me and asked me where I bought it, and I told them about you, and they were just blown away by the creativity. And it was so comfortable. You thought of everything, the pockets, the bow in the back. And just to let everyone know, I changed my mind 3/4 of the way through this
Yes.
process. And you didn't even bat an eyelash. You
Yeah.
changed the whole
Yeah.
top.
Yeah.
You really reimagined my mother's wedding dress that I wore, this full length dress from the 1950s with a hoop.
Beautiful.
I had to wear a hoop in this dress, which
Yeah.
I did in 1988. And then Emily wore it as a reception dress. And so many people walked up to her and could not believe that
It
that was
looks
my mom's
so
dress.
cute.
Just perfection. And then, and on top of that, you jumped at the opportunity to fix Emily's wedding dress because she wasn't happy with the seamstress.
That's
And
right.
you were more than willing to fit that in. I don't know how, on your busiest season. Oh, and at the last minute, Emily threw at you that she needed her welcome dinner
That's right.
dress.
Yes. That one was a little bit easier
Yeah,
than everything
but it
else.
was still like,
Yeah. By the way.
and you just didn't even bat an eyelash. And
Thank you.
a travel, you know, we were a destination wedding. Everything had to get there, and you made recommendations on how we get it there, and the pressing, and just you left nothing out.
Yeah.
Nothing out.
I am just thinking as you're talking here, you kind of hit a lot of my services. We did a custom dress, we did wedding dress alterations, we did a vintage redesign, and then like her little non-bridal alterations too. I mean, you hit all the boxes with me, which I'm so glad you did, because you and Emily, just working with you was absolutely a dream. It really was. You both have been so kind throughout the whole process. And I mean, there's nothing I wouldn't do for you guys. So I was more than happy to do whatever it took to make sure the two of you felt beautiful and happy on that day.
Well, we did.
Yeah.
We really did. It was just perfection. And I mean, you're an unbelievable craftswoman, and your creativity, but just you're a genuine human being. Emily and I, just from the minute we met you, we said, yes, we are an hour and 15 minutes away. And we came here multiple times because we knew that you knew what you were
And
doing.
you did. You made some sacrifices to be here too, especially after we started changing your mind and some things, which is totally fine. But you made sure you were here when I was available for appointments. So I appreciate you for doing that, because that does make a huge difference for my ability to get things done. But yes, what we keep talking about is Sue wanted a strapless dress. And as strapless dresses are, they can be uncomfortable, they're revealing. So Sue decided, you know what, this isn't working. She doesn't love it. So we switched to what I love, a high neck style that had this really pretty drapey bow tie situation in the back. So we kind of changed that kind of at the last minute, which was a lot of work, but it was so worth it, because at the end of the day, it would be heartbreaking to me to know that you're wearing a dress that you don't feel completely beautiful and fantastic in. So we made sure we made that happen. But something I want to mention to our listeners is I very much remember our initial meeting talking about the type of dress you wanted, and something that was very unique about you that I just knew immediately. I'm like, I want to make a dress for this woman so badly, because your fabric preferences for having natural fibers, for having silk, which you understood what that meant, which is like huge right away. So why was that important to you?
You know, I started looking at dresses for Emily's wedding, and look, I went to Saks Fifth Avenue, I went to Nordstrom's, I went to a lot of high-end stores, and everything they showed me was polyester. Emily's wedding was outdoors. It was going to be 80 degrees. It was absolutely imperative that the material be right, because everything was polyester. They were lovely dresses, don't get me wrong, and they weren't cheap.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. They know we're becoming uneducated on this subject.
So when I met with you and I just clicked, because to me, the fabric truly does make a difference, because that dress popped. That's why so many women came up to me. And just to let you know, it was a blue dress, a blue organza with beautiful flowers. It just popped. And as a mother of the bride, my daughter kept saying, Mom, you need to pop. And the material did it. That's really what put it over the edge.
That's huge. That's something I think a lot of people don't understand. Now that we've become decades beyond couture dressmaking, I think everyone's forgetting what silk is and how fantastic of a fiber it can be, especially in formal gowns, because we don't see it that often. And like the people coming up to you at the wedding, they just don't see that kind of dress anymore. People are not wearing them regularly. So I think that was pretty special.
For sure.
Yeah.
And it fit just to perfection. I told you I didn't have to wear Spanx or anything special. I just was super comfortable, and even the pockets making a point of the pockets were not high, they were low.
Mm-hmm.
I had pockets, but they
Mm-hmm.
didn't affect my silhouette. You thought of that.
Yeah.
You thought of making
Yeah.
sure my
Yeah.
dress was not too long so
Mm-hmm.
that it always flowed, it always laid beautifully in every picture.
That's right. There are some things like that. You know, you're saying the wedding was going to be in California. It was going to be very hot. You wanted to be comfortable. All those things. There's decisions I'm making while I'm making the dress. I don't even really tell you about, like decisions about how I do the lining, how it's sewn in there, the pockets. I think if you were to buy that dress in stores, there wouldn't have been pockets in it because it was a little bit fitted at the very top of her hips, which if you put pockets there, it would have made it a little poofy on her hips, which wouldn't have been cute. So I did do pockets. They were just lower so that she has the accessibility, but it's not at the normal height. So anyway, small details like that matter.
Sure. Oh, and the ruching. So my daughter's wedding dress had ruching on it on the top around the bodice, and Emily wanted me to slightly match, and you built in beautiful ruching, what was slightly different than Emily. So we didn't look matchy-matchy, but there was a consistency there. It was just every moment of looking at me and my daughter and making sure that we got everything that we wanted.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Do you envision yourself wearing that dress again?
Absolutely. I'm trying to think about that. Do I shorten it a little bit? It's absolutely something I can wear again to potentially another wedding, but just not full length. Maybe I shorten it a little bit. Maybe I come back here and have you do that.
Yes, please.
But
I'd love to see that dress again.
I agree. I absolutely want that dress. I just was so comfortable. Oh, and added because of the material, when I took that dress out after flying to California in a suitcase, it came out, I hung it up, I barely had to seam it.
Really? Oh, that's
Barely
good
had to
to
seam it.
know.
I know.
Okay, that's fantastic.
Yep, just a few creases, but honestly, of everyone that was getting ready that morning, I was the only one that even her wedding planner mentioned, like, I barely had to touch it.
Wow. Oh, that's great to hear. I think something that Emily was really honing in on you and you yourself as well, that I think a lot of people forget about is how important the role of mother of the bride is. I think that a lot of mothers cut themselves short, you know, maybe on the budget of the wedding dress or just feeling like they were just another guest. You are not. This is a really big deal. Bride is obviously top person of the wedding day. I'd argue the groom and mother share the next stuff because it is so important. I always think in a woman's life, you have your wedding day as far as wearing formal dresses go. You have your wedding day, you have your prom day, and I think being the mother of the bride is the next thing. That's a really big step. It's a really big role. So I really love that you treated yourself and that Emily treated you as that you were a very big role in this wedding.
Yeah, she made a big point of that. She didn't have a wedding party. So, and actually, even if she had, I don't think it would have been different in her mind that she really consistently said to me, Mom, you're the mother of the bride. It's okay. Like she gave me that grace of, you're not thinking too big. I think you're thinking too small. She always wanted me to make sure that I was seen as the mother of the bride at the welcome dinner, at the reception, every moment during the ceremony. It was really important to her, which gave me the grace to allow myself to really think big.
You two have a very, very nice mother-daughter relationship. You really do.
We do.
You're both very lucky to have each other.
We are I feel very blessed.
Yeah. Well, I hope I can get Emily on the podcast here too, because that would be fantastic. Maybe I can try and organize that with her. But I want to show everyone what you just gave me because I think it's too cute.
And I can't even take credit. Emily found this. This was her idea.
Oh my gosh, it's so cute. So they got me this bag and it says "So Sarah" on it. My husband's gonna love it. I love it.
Well, we keep seeing you on your Instagram that you're helping people out. You go to weddings and you help them get ready. And that was one thing we felt terrible about. We would have loved to have had you the morning of the wedding at the wedding. But, you know, Carmel Valley, California is a little difficult to get to.
Yeah. More than a one-day event there, but I'm so happy for you guys. I'm so glad you just lived this dream day. And as you said earlier, everybody listening to this, don't think any wedding is perfect. Things will go wrong. As they said, you're not really having a wedding if nothing goes wrong. So that's just very normal. But thank you, Sue, for being on the podcast.
I appreciate everything you did. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, and now we're going to talk to Emily herself. Okay, yay! So we got the bride on now, Mrs. Emily Barto. Oh, that's so great. Are you so relaxed right now?
I'm so relaxed. Yeah, it is funny because me and Mike lived together for a couple years before we got married. So people, obviously, the most common question is like, "How's married life?"
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
"It's exactly the same."
Yeah.
So I think that's
good.
good. I think
Yeah.
that's a good answer. It doesn't feel right. I would say like maybe a month ago, because we've been married for 3 months now. Just now, it's starting to feel like very normal to be married. It did feel funny at the beginning. I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, it's weird. I did this huge thing," but
Yeah.
now it feels good.
Yeah. A lot of people say that it feels similar, which is so good because
Yeah.
like when you're engaged, it's like your lovey-dovey moment in your life. So let's keep that up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's great. So I was just browsing through all of your wedding photos.
Aren't they great? I mean, I'm so
Amazing.
biased,
Yeah.
but like
They are great.
they are, I mean, Kelly was phenomenal. I interviewed a couple photographers. That was actually the vendor. I feel like everyone I really chose was like, oh, DJ easy, this is easy, but photographer I really cared about. So I interviewed a couple, and Kelly was just so easy to talk to. We bonded over dogs. So I was like, oh, I love you. I love that you love dogs the way I love dogs. And I knew she was going to make us feel like comfortable on the day because me and Mike are kind of awkward. So I think she did it perfectly. Yeah.
She did a great job. I think something I was really looking for when looking through your wedding photos was photos of your mom, as much as I love you.
Yes, no.
But I
Yeah.
was looking for photos of your mom, and I'm like, there were so many. She did such a good job of taking photos of everyone else at the wedding, not just the
Yes.
couple. So
Yes.
good job.
Yeah.
What is that? Kelly Williams
Kelly.
Photography.
Yep, she did
Mhm.
great. And people commented on that too because she did our welcome party as well, and she
Mhm.
took a couple shots of everyone. And so people kept coming up to us saying, wow, like that was so amazing to have the photographer notice us as well, not just the main couple. So
Is she
yeah.
based in California?
She's based in California, but she will travel anywhere.
Okay.
She does a lot of stuff in
Kelly,
Italy.
pack your bags.
She'll go genuinely anywhere.
Yeah.
So I think she went to South Africa for a wedding this year. So
Amazing.
or last year because it's 2026.
You know
Last
what? I
year.
think she had a really easy time photographing your wedding though, because it genuinely looked incredible, beautiful, great weather, and you were so stinking smiley, happy, and cute the whole time.
It was the
Like
best
in every
day.
photo, you probably looked good, great. She didn't have to like delete many. Oh yeah.
Ew.
I mean, you just genuinely looked like you were having so much fun.
It was.
Like,
It was the best time.
photos of you and your mom. I'm like, oh,
I know.
know.
She was, yeah, I think I sent you the one of, I had just come out in like the second dress. So yeah, that was so fun.
So cute. Yeah. Your little reception reveal,
Yeah.
like your jaw on the floor.
Yep.
So cute.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, that just our wedding planner called that the grand reveal.
Yes.
And oh my gosh, yeah, that was crazy because you like plan it and it's on paper for months and months and months, and then to see everything you had planned come to life was like the most magical experience.
I feel like you had a pretty unique color palette too. Like it was, can
Yeah.
you explain to me from your perspective? I saw a lot of oranges.
Yeah, that was unexpected.
Really?
Actually, I never specifically said, I don't think I said orange. I personally love color. I knew I did not want white florals, especially because it's California. I was like, this is fun. And like my dress was kind of, I want to say plain, but I didn't have a lot to it. So I was like, oh, let me make the decor really fun. So I think we had said like, maybe I did say, I think I said like muted orange. I sent a couple pictures on Pinterest, but I genuinely trusted my florist so much. I was like, pop off. Like, I want you to run with color. I want fun. I think I had said some specific flowers, and she was like, I'm going to do it. And I was like, and she did it. People are still talking about the florals. I think that was the most talked about thing at the wedding. So
It was
yeah.
unique. Okay, so that's funny. So you didn't have like strict like guidelines for her.
No,
This is like every florist dream, by the way, to just like take it and run.
Yeah.
Give me a vibe. I'll go
Yeah.
off that. Amazing.
Yeah, I saw some of her work on Instagram and it was just great. And there was one specific request, which was to have fruit on the table, which I thought was really fun. So we had like piles of grapes and like figs, and I just wanted it to be very like fun and earthy, and it was very Cali vibes. So yeah, it was good.
Okay, that was probably an unusual request for the florist. So she
Yeah.
took care of getting those.
Yes,
Like, she probably just like walked on into Kroger or whatever they have over there.
Probably, I mean, yeah, I feel
For
like
things.
in California, it's like so, and we had our welcome dinner at, it's called Earthbound Farm Stand, which is, if you know the lettuce, they sell the lettuce everywhere. It's like national, worldwide. But they have their main stand right next to our wedding venue. So that's where we had our welcome party. So their produce is like obviously very good. So I think she got it from there, which was really cool.
So great.
Yeah, it was really fun.
That was like a subtle theme of your wedding.
Yeah,
there.
just Cali earthy.
Okay.
Yeah. But she was great. Yeah. Actually, funny about the florals too was my bouquet, which was stunning. That was the only thing that got kind of ruined was our wedding planner. I forgot my bouquet right before I walked down the aisle. So you can't tell in the pictures. The other side of the bouquet trashed. So kind of funny, but I did save it. I mailed it to Michigan right after the wedding because we were still in California, and then someone preserved my flowers for me. So it's so funny.
Okay, so let's talk about your flower preservation. It hasn't come back yet, but we're very hopeful about it.
Yes.
I do have these business cards in my studio. If you're in for a fitting, you can grab one. But Alyssa with 2-part treasures. So
yeah, she's been great to work with. She's super communicative, and yeah, she's been great.
Okay, so let's talk about just like the journey of dresses for you. So, and this is unusual because usually the bride finds me first, but it was your mom that somehow found me. I don't remember how she found me.
It might have just been like a Google search. She thought she was really late to the game. Getting a dress. And she had heard a lot of negative feedback from other seamstresses saying there's no way we can help you at this point, which was shocking to me because I felt like we were like 6 months out.
It didn't feel that rushed to me, to be honest.
No.
That was like a good timeline.
And she even changed a lot of stuff, which you had to alter. So if you hadn't done that, it would have been even more time.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think you were very positive feedback because she was freaking out.
Yeah.
I'm totally honest.
Yeah. I remember our first phone call. She was getting nervous. So note to all the mother of the brides out there, if your daughter or son is getting married next year, go pick out your dress right now. Get on it.
Get on it. It'll make your life so much easier.
Yeah.
Less stress.
Yes, for sure. That's not something you want to rush. But anyway, okay, so we come in for your mom's fitting. So I love this. We have the mother of the bride getting support from the bride, her daughter for her fittings, and then you brought in your vintage redesign dress, your mom's wedding dress from 1988.
Yeah.
Right? We removed the sleeves. Oh, I was just looking through the emails and saw the photo of your mom on her wedding day.
Yeah.
So precious.
I know. She's also she's so teeny tiny, and it was great that it fit. And it was also my grandmother's wedding dress. So she wore it in 1980, and then my grandmother wore it. Oh, my grandmother got married. 30 years before that, 25 years. So it was in the 1950s or 60s.
Yeah.
Was when it was originally made. But yeah, I got more comments on that dress than my original wedding dress. So, and now I don't, I want to wear it. I'm like, where can I wear this obvious wedding dress to now? Like, I need to wear it. It's so cute. So, yeah.
But yeah, that was so stinking cute. And then you brought in your actual wedding dress, which was really fun, did alterations to that.
Yeah. And also trust your gut, brides, because I originally brought it to a different seamstress and wasn't super comfortable with the timeline. So yeah, stick up for yourself. I ended up taking my wedding dress back and brought it to you because I was like, oh, I'm not getting the, you want to feel super comfortable with who's holding onto your dress.
Yeah. You were having some hesitations and I'm like, it's going to be okay. But if you want to bring your dress to me, you certainly can.
Yeah.
One thing leads to another. Emily's back here again. And yeah, we got it all taken care of. So between you and your mom, we had a lot of fittings and they were so much fun. You two are just so much fun. Just such sweet, very kind people.
Cute. Aww.
We're going to have to come up with more reasons for you to get over here. So.
Oh, I know. I recommend you do. We were actually working with one of my clients. She was like, oh, I'm looking for a seamstress. Or I had met with a seamstress. I was like, I have a great one for you. She's in Northville. She's like, is her name Sarah? And I was like, yes. So she also found you. I did recommend you, but she had found you, I think on Google also.
Oh, that's great.
So yeah, but she's having a heck of a time finding a dress. So in the moment, it feels like the most important decision of your life. And I'm not going to say it wasn't. Now on the other side of it, I'm like, well, no big deal. I could have worn any dress, but you don't.
Yeah.
And I remember people telling me that. They're like, don't even stress about it. And I was like, I'm going to stress. I'm going to stress.
Yeah.
Let me stress.
Well, it's part of the fun.
Yeah. I would rather be more stressed and sure of all my decisions than to show up on the day and be like, oh, I wish I hadn't done that.
It is so much better. And everything to do with your wedding, to stress about it before the decisions are made. So if you're feeling that way, don't worry, because it's good to not change your mind after you already paid a deposit or, it's too late to reorder or whatever. It's not worth it. So I think that mindset is totally valid. So your mom's vintage redesign. Let's see. So we took the sleeves off, we shortened it, did a couple other tweaks, and you were bopping around that dance floor all night long.
Oh yeah. My photographer was annoyed with me because I didn't leave the dance floor. She's like, I usually get pictures of the bride with people, and she's like, I had to stay on the dance floor because you wouldn't leave.
She couldn't leave the dance floor.
She couldn't leave the dance floor. I mean, that was my goal. Everything else could have been terrible if my reception rocked, which it did. I would have been super happy. So yeah. That's my favorite part of every wedding is the reception.
Yeah. That's so fun.
I'm glad I did the second dress. I think that's a controversial topic
It is
right now.
It is.
To do or not. And I guess it depends on your wedding dress. I was strapless. And even though it fit me super tight in the beginning, I think as you move, it
You felt it
loosened.
loosen? Yes.
I actually had tape. I had taped the top of it to me. And even with that, like, I'm so glad I changed. I would not have had the fun I had in my original dress.
Okay, I'm so glad. I do warn people about that, so you're just confirming it, that even with how tight your dress is going to be and the fitting with me, it does loosen. It will loosen with you sweating and moving. It just like pulls all the fibers out. But the two dress topic, I actually get that a lot when people come in for fittings. They're like, oh my God, like I've heard so many people get two wedding dresses. Isn't that just ridiculous? And I'm like, I don't know. I mean, I'm a fan of whatever everyone wants to do, of course. I have some theories on why the two dress thing has become popular. And actually, your dress would kind of fall in this category. I feel like if you have a strapless wedding dress, you really should consider a second dress if you're a big dancer.
I knew I wasn't going to leave the dance floor. I knew I was going to need to have my legs out, which is also weirdly controversial, is people get annoyed when the bride changes into a short dress because they're like, oh, we have to wear long dresses all night. And I'm like, you could wear a short dress.
You can
Like,
wear
that's
whatever
not
you
my fault. It's my wedding. So I'm going to do what I want.
Jealousy?
Yeah. Because one of my friends, she didn't go on the dance floor at her wedding. She was like talking to people. And
I guess
like,
there are those.
she got like distracted, like sitting with family members, but she ended up cutting the bottom of her dress off.
Oh,
halfway through.
wow.
So, another move you could make, I guess, if you don't ever want to do anything with your wedding dress again, you could cut
She
it.
was living in the moment.
She was
being very present.
Yeah.
That's good. But yeah, that, and then I don't think your strapless dress was like super huge, but at least for the summer of 2025, and I see it still continuing for 26, is strapless dresses and gigantic ball gowns. So like heavy dresses. So if you feel uncomfortable in your wedding dress, I would say it's a great idea to have a second dress. And then why not use your mom's and grandma's wedding dress?
Yeah.
For that moment, make it extra special.
Yeah. And my mom had told me time and time, she's like, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to do anything. So it wasn't like I felt like pressured to use it, but it was so cute. And like everyone I showed the pictures to, they were stunned. And when I came out, it was like a crazy reaction. So, and it was beautiful. It's to this day like the most perfect thing I've ever put on my body. So
what did your dad think of it?
He loved it. I had obviously shown him pictures of it, and my dad's not really like an expressive guy. So pictures, he's like, okay. And then when I came out, he was like, oh my God. Like I think it was cool for him to see. It's a very full circle moment. You know, his wife had worn that, and now his daughter's wearing it. So I think he was just teary-eyed the whole day. But yeah.
Wow.
It was really special. Okay, I want to thank my mom for allowing me to do everything I wanted with my wedding. I don't think I heard the word no one singular time. She wanted me to have the wedding of my dreams, and I did, and it was so magical. I feel like it's very rare to come out of your wedding with like zero regrets at all, and I loved everything that happened, everyone that was there, and that was completely thanks to my parents. And my mom was with me every step of the way. So my mom and my dad for silently allowing me to do everything, for us to do everything we wanted,
Letting the girls do their thing,
letting us do our thing. And yeah, it was really sweet because oh my God, I've never seen my dad cry. He cried so much. It was great. Yeah, thank you to my husband for letting me do everything I wanted and make all the decisions for the wedding, and he just kind of let me go. And then all my amazing vendors, like I could do a whole podcast episode on just my vendors because they were incredible. And to you, Sarah, thank you so much because you actually did all my dresses. You did my rehearsal dinner dress, my wedding dress,
I did,
and my second look. So that was huge.
Well, thank you. I'm so honored that I get to work with brides in general, but especially you and all of the dresses that we worked on and your mom's dress. I feel like I feel like I was there. It was great.
Oh my gosh. I wish you had been. I see you at all these weddings. I'm like, we would fly you out, girl. You could be in California. That's like your busiest time though. I think you were slammed busy.
Yeah. Yes. Very busy. What was your wedding date again?
September 27th.
Yeah, that
you're in like
September
the thick of it.
Yeah. September 20th was the busiest date this past year.
Okay.
Yeah. Amazing. Okay, you know what I think would just be fun, just like for some girly chit chat, because we have time here, is telling everyone what you do for work, because I think it's so interesting.
Oh my gosh, it's so fun. I would love to talk about what I do for work because I just changed occupation. Well, I didn't change, but I am a personal trainer, and I just left my corporate gig and I started my own job.
That is
so very exciting. It is funny. This is how I know I like definitely made the right move. And if anyone's ever questioning themselves, to me, it didn't feel like a big deal. It felt very natural. It was like the easiest decision ever, other than I guess like marrying Mike, who was the easiest decision of my life.
2025 was a big year for you.
Here, turned 30. got married,
Uh-huh.
left my corporate gig, which I'd been there for 7 years. It was like amazing, and it set me up to like have this really easy transition. I was very lucky, but now I'm like renting space at a studio with one of my other coworkers from the same corporate gig. So maybe I'll say their name. Equinox should probably get their stuff together and like figure it out because we're all going. But yeah, it's been really great. I literally kept all my clients, which was amazing. And that was really great for me to like reflect back on me as a coach and say like I'm doing something right, that if everyone's following me to this new space, that
100%.
means, I'm make people like me. So that's been good.
So are you still doing in-home stuff
I'm still
too?
doing in-homes, yes. So I'd go to people's houses, and then everyone that was training with me at Equinox is now training at this new studio space. So my schedule stayed the same. Everyone's just over here now.
Where is the studio located?
It's on Woodward. It's like right outside of downtown Birmingham.
Okay.
Between Big Beaver and Maple.
So if you're in the area and you're looking for a coach, she's right here.
Yeah. Come to your house. You can come to my studio. Lots of options. Virtual training.
Do you have a website?
Do you have a website?
Okay, what is it? Can you spell that out for
It's
me?
epcfit.com.
That's easy.
Easy.
Perfect.
Yeah, cool.
Oh, that's so fun.
That's so fun.
So what's 2026 looking like? You're going to be growing your business. And
my business. That's pretty much it. Yeah, we're going to Hawaii in April. We're probably going to go on our honeymoon because I'm a big fan of waiting for the honeymoon. I don't know how people do it right after. Planning my wedding was enough.
Yeah.
And I feel like we're extending the experience. So yeah, 100%. Traveling a lot. My best friend's having a baby in March, which is super exciting for me. I can't wait to watch her go through it and then learn.
Take notes.
Yeah, so it's been great. I'm really excited to like really flesh out everything with my new business. So yeah, it's very exciting.
Wow. Is there anything else you want to talk about? Like anything to do with the wedding or just in general?
In general, I'm thinking like any like wedding advice. I think trust your gut. Your vendors really make or break it.
Mm-hmm.
When I think back on like what made my wedding so easy was I had the best planner in the world, Jessica Schmidt. If you're looking for someone, if you're in California, or she'll fly to you. Yeah, I think just like you know what you want for your wedding when you make a decision, really trust it and don't go back on it.
You know, it would be an interesting stat to hear from you. So you're from Michigan, you had your wedding in California. Mm-hmm. How many people did you invite and how many actually came?
Oh, we invited 124 and 80 came, which I thought was really good.
Yeah, that is.
I was very upfront before we even got engaged. I said I wanted a destination wedding. So I think everyone was very aware. But to me, I knew that everyone that was there meant so much. That was like in my speech to everyone that I made at dinner was like, we only ever had one guest list. I knew exactly who I wanted day one. These are the people I want at my wedding. If people can't come, I totally understand. But the guest list was the easiest thing for me. I think that's challenging for some people. We also have a smaller family. That is fortunate. But yeah. So
yeah. Well, yeah, that's actually a very difficult part. So the fact that you just slid on by that.
Oh my God, great. I also, again, like huge kudos, massive thanks to my mom. She said, invite who you want. Like I didn't have someone to cap me. So that was cool.
Yep. Having a smaller family certainly helps.
Yeah. And having a mom who, this was her Super Bowl. She has been waiting for this day.
Well, you're her only daughter.
Yeah.
This was a big deal.
Huge deal. I think she was more excited than I was for everything. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I can't give her enough credit.
Well, she would even say things like when you weren't here, like when she was doing fittings by herself or like she's about to call you and ask you something. She's like, all I want is for Emily to be happy. All I want.
Which is
so
funny.
She kept saying that overnight. She's like, I'm going to have a great day, but I want Emily to have a great day.
And the thing that would have made me happy is if she was happy. Like all I cared about.
Okay, mother-daughter goals right here.
She kept saying that to me. She was like, what do you want? And I was like, I just want what you want. Like, I think, every time I pictured my wedding, like my mom being there and having the best day ever was like a huge moment. So the fact that we both had such a good time, that's really what made it so perfect.
I feel like I've gotten really good at understanding mother-daughter relationships because I see it in here all day, every day. It's so great to see the good ones. I don't always see good ones. Like there's, strange relationships and things, or maybe you're just not vibing, but like you and your mom are one of those examples of like, I have some really, really awesome clients and it's just really nice to see.
Yeah. I'm so happy. And it's also, I think it's so great for my mom to hear that because I think every mom questions themselves and their parenting and did I do the right thing? And like every parent makes mistakes, but my mom, you couldn't be better than her. She's literally the best. And yeah,
at the end of the day, she just wants you happy. And that's really what parenting is all about. I am not a parent. I have no advice to give.
I think it's hard for parents too. Like, I don't think my mom would be like, I don't even know if I can give advice, but I think she should because I love her and she's great.
Well, it does seem like the two of you have like decently similar personalities too, with your husband.
Yeah, I think I'm physically and also personality a perfect mix of both my parents.
Oh, really?
But yeah, I mean, I've told her this too. It's not even a secret. Like, I want to be her so badly. Like, she's so driven and so strong and so loving and charismatic. And I mean, I hope that comes out in me as well. I mean, I think about her a lot with like starting my business is like a lot of my career drive comes from her because she is corporate baddie. Like, I think she makes more money than her boss. She somehow fought that contract.
She's amazing.
She's badass. So
that's awesome.
Very inspiring.
She raised some wonderful kids and has a full-blown career.
Yeah. You really can do it all. She did it all.
Yeah, and she seems like she's happy while doing it.
Oh my gosh, the happiest. Yeah, and she's a great partner to my dad, who is like the chill one. I think I also get some of my like anxiety. Like that came out a lot in the wedding, and it was good to have both my husband and my dad are both a little more even keeled. So yin and yang.
Yep. That's how I feel with my husband too. He's the calm one.
You need one.
Yeah.
I'm bouncing off the walls 24/7. So
I feel like I was watching Shark Tank recently and like seeing these like husband-wife duo like entrepreneurs. I'm like, how does that work? Because we can't handle another one of me in our family. So.
No. When Mike is working from home and I'm also home, it simply does not work. We're not even working together, but we could never, ever, ever work together. It's crazy. Like really good for people that can do it. I could not work in the same house as Mike.
Too funny. So many different tangents there, but I love it.
Yeah.
Very good. Anything else?
No, I think I talked about it, and I mean, I want to talk about my wedding for forever. So,
as we all do, like, after your wedding, everyone's like, stop talking about your wedding, like it's over. Stop talking about it so much. I'm like, that's when we get to finally like talk about it without judgment and decision making and just like the fun of it. So.
Someone on TikTok posted like, you're allowed to post about your wedding max 5 times. Like, we don't want to see it after 5. I was like,
seriously.
It sounds like someone didn't have a good wedding to me. Like, I'm gonna post on mine as much as I want. It sounds bitter. So
God, as you should.
Seeing people's content.
I know.
Like,
there's so many photos too. Like so many photos from my wedding I never posted, but like they're all fun and cute, and like people still get excited to see them. I don't post them much, but like my sister's weddings that just happened, I'm like, I have still so much to post about them.
And I eat that content up,
Keep
girl.
Going.
Keep posting it. I love it. Yeah.
Even if no one likes it, even if no one comments, like who cares?
Love it.
People like seeing it. So it's the happy, fun side of the internet. So let's just live it up.
Yeah.
Love it. Okay, well, thank you so much, Emily.
Thank you so much for having me. This was so fun.
All right, thank you. Bye. Okay, and that wraps up the episode. So if you have any interest in any of these services that we discussed, you can reach out to us through email, or there is lots of information on the website. All right, thanks so much, guys. Talk to you soon. Bye. Thank you so much for listening. I hope this episode has allowed you to approach the world with greater confidence in your own personal style. If you have any questions at all, feel free to reach out through email or the inquiry form on the website. I hope you are all ready to go and get dressed up. I look forward to sharing more dressing up tips with you in future episodes. Thanks so much.